Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome back to the Fenton Forest 4X map with seasons. With me, See. It's morning for you guys as you're watching this video, or as this video goes live, but it's afternoon for me in-game. It is currently 3:30 in the afternoon on this second day of spring. We did some work in the last video, if you remember. We've begun making a new field down here. Oh yes, we've made a new field. So now what we need to do is get that new field kind of sort of prepped. What I need to do is first of all drive this back to the farm. Offload my lovely little T-Rex. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start seeding field 22. Excuse me, my throat and voice again. My VCD is acting up terribly these days now that winter's here. Or winter is fastly approaching. It's late autumn. Got the rogator down here, but unfortunately he's going to be equipped with herbicide, so he's not going to actually be much use for me to spray that new field. I've got a couple of fertilizer spreaders over here. I could come and grab one of these quick just to slap the fertilizer down on that newly planted field. What I do need to remember to do, of course, is slow down. Because we ended up with the T-Rex kind of parked on top of the truck in the last episode when I slammed the brakes on when I got to the field. So yeah, I'm going to get field, is it field 22? Field 25, I think it's field 25 actually. It's the one I'm going to get seeded first. I'm going to start the, I've got the two other fence parked over here, and I'm going to have them go off and seed that using a courseplay course. Which I programmed off camera at the end of the last video. So hopefully I should be able to just load that up, start them off and let them run. Ready to go, armed to the teeth. Armed to the teeth. Drive through here. Making it very steady, because I don't want to lose the machine off the top of the low loader. And you will have noticed I've put in a second wool storage building. It actually makes more sense to have the wool storage building, the new one there, because then, believe it or not, once the sheep have produced loads and loads of pallets of wool, all 8 of them, I can just shove them straight across into here and store them, whereas this one was kind of round the corner and out the way a bit, wasn't it? But yeah, interesting things are afoot. We'll give the pigs a bit of water whilst we're here. Back, put by the sheep. No, not the sheep, the chickens. Like I say, we'll then go and start our two seeders off, doing their seeding, because I'd like to get that field planted today. It's probably going to be very difficult for them to finish by tonight. It's almost a case of, do I risk starting the field now knowing that they won't finish it? No course loaded, that's not good. That was loaded. So it's going to be field 25, 2 times 80 metre seeders. There we go. Will be Mr. Left. First waypoint. Off you go, good sir. You can go do that one. Right, this one's going to be the same. Oh, hang on a minute. I may have got that wrong. Hold on, stop. 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 I may have got the wrong course. Fine. No, I had the right course. Doping me. Mr. Left. You're the guy that's wrong. Guy on the right. Oh. Right. Down here. Grab a tractor. You'll do. We'll go grab one of the fertilisers. We'll fertilise that field that we made in the last video. And then we can bring the lime spreader down, get it lime spreaded. don't, you know what? I didn't even check if those two seeders were seeding the right crop. Oh, I just started them up, didn't check whether they were actually going to seed and plant the correct crop that I want planting on that field. Oh boy. Such a scatterbrain. It was interesting. I was watching a YouTube video by Mr. CDP yesterday, real life, on his new the new map he started playing, doing a new Let's Play series on, and he was talking about his subscriber contracts and stuff, and he even mentioned me in the video. So thank you, Mr. CDP, for the shout out, for the mention. That's most appreciated. But he was talking about, obviously, the subscriber contracts and what he was going to be doing on the map, which contracts he was going to be starting off with and stuff. I don't know how he keeps track of it all. He must sit there with like a notepad and something and everything, because, you know, I lose track of what I'm doing as I'm driving down. You know, I start driving down the field and I forget what I'm doing. How he keeps track of all these different contracts that people have asked for and stuff like that, I don't know, but it's impressive. Very impressive. Now, the reason why he mentioned me in his video is because I made a suggestion to him as a fellow YouTube type person and streamer, that if he was in a situation when he does his maps and Let's Plays where he gets too many people suggesting contracts and jobs for him to do, if he wanted to perhaps subcontract some of them out to other people like myself who are playing and doing Let's Plays, and perhaps at times struggle to come up with reasons why they're doing a particular thing on a field or why they're planting a particular crop, and to keep them sort of, I don't know, so engaged, motivated or whatever with their own Let's Plays, whether if he did get any excess contracts or stuff like that, he wanted to maybe sling a couple over to a fellow YouTuber so that they can create some content with his excess contracts, and bang some stuff out for his subscribers, and, you know, all work together within the one community that is farm sim as farm sim players. Let's all, you know, work together, group together, and extend our own Let's Plays and series and stuff. Because obviously I threw a contract to Mr. CDP to assist me on his new map, if he could provide me with some hay at some point, because obviously over on Lone Oak, playing with 3-day seasons, I'm having a real tough time producing hay, and I want to get into, you know, doing my cows, having cows at the farm, but I'm going to need hay to feed them, and I'm going to need hay to make TMR, and I'm really struggling with seasons to make hay, because trying to get grass to dry using a tedder and natural methods on 3-day seasons is a nightmare. So I asked him if he could provide me with 150,000 litres of hay, and in return I would supply him with 300,000 litres of pig food, because he's doing pig farming on his new map, and I've obviously got the pig food machine, so I'm making pig food, my own special brand, and I'm happy to do a bit of an exchange for him, in that I will provide him pig food if he can provide me with a little bit of hay. I didn't ask for a lot of hay. 150,000 litres isn't that much, really, when you see how much we've actually gotten from cutting a couple of, you know, just how much grass and that we get from mowing a small field like field 8 on this map. And in return, I thought, well, you know, 300,000 litres of pig food, even if he doesn't use all that pig food, you know, doesn't feed it all to his pigs, you know, he could sell some of it off if he wanted to. You know, he could sell it and make a bit of money and put that into buying some equipment that he needs for his farm, his new farm. You could barter it with somebody else for something else. I don't know. It's entirely up to him. But yeah, it was interesting seeing someone like Mr. CDP, who's quite a big farm sim YouTuber, mention me in a video. Even if he did pronounce my YouTube name very, very badly. But then again, everybody does. Everybody, the first time they try to pronounce my name, gets it wrong. I don't know. When I actually created my YouTube name and my Twitch name and my Twitter name and all that sort of stuff, my PlayStation tag and all that kind of stuff, I wonder if I should have just maybe spelt it out a bit better. To be fair though, it is better than my PlayStation. My PlayStation username used to be really terrible. I really didn't think that through. Back when I created my PlayStation account on the PlayStation 3, when I didn't realise that obviously PlayStation didn't let you change your username. And that's not to say I was one of these people that created a bad username. You know, something really ridiculous and embarrassing. Or, you know, it wasn't offensive or anything like that. It was just a bad name because it was just random letters, numbers. You know, it's one of them things that I kind of complain. Well, I don't complain about it, but I do poke fun at it. Whenever I'm doing a Twitch live stream and somebody follows my follows my channel, and they get the little notification pop up on screen that, you know, such and such person has followed, and I get the alert. And obviously I tried to give, you know, obviously tried to shout out to those people when they follow, give them a name and thank them for following. But a lot of times it's very difficult because a lot of the people who follow the channel don't actually have a username that is pronounceable, because it's not a name. It's not even a word. It's just a load of random letters or numbers, you know. And I often joke it's like they're playing Countdown, and they're in the word round, and they just keep asking for consonants. It's like, dude, at some point you're going to need vowels, otherwise you can't spell any words. You know. It's like you get followed by somebody who, if they're playing Scrabble, has got the most unlucky tile board ever. It's like, dude, you're not going to be able to, you know, make any kind of word score out of that. And I wonder if, and like I say, I often joke if some of these people that follow the channel or subscribe to the channel or whatever, when they're sat there creating their username, whether they just headbutt the keyboard and go, yep, that'll do as a username. And it's like, okay, if you really, really want me to shout you out and mention you, at least give me a name that I can say. You know, give me a word that I can actually speak. But I think see what he so is quite, you know, quite pronounceable. I don't know why so many people have such a hard time pronouncing see what he so. You don't even need to say the ESO bit anymore. The ESO bit really is kind of redundant. And that kind of stopped being relevant after the... for anybody who doesn't know where my name came from, back when I was part of the Quest Gaming network, and obviously they were all about Elder Scrolls. We were all Elder Scrolls players. Obviously Skyrim, we all got obviously when they announced Elder Scrolls Online, the multiplayer version of Skyrim, we all got really excited. And it's like, okay, how are we going to mark this, you know, amazing thing, this great game that's coming out and we all decided, right, we're going to do a 48-hour live stream on the launch weekend when the game comes out, which we did, and everything. So I thought, all right, if I'm going to be getting into the old streaming thing, and I was part of the video content team for Quest Gaming Network, it's like, okay, I need a name that's relevant to Elder Scrolls. So, and obviously with Elder Scrolls Online coming out and on the horizon, we was building up to that, I thought Elder Scrolls Online, ESO, right, I'm going to incorporate that into my username. So Watty is obviously my real life sort of nickname. It's what people call me in real life based on my real name. And I just added the ESO for Elder Scrolls Online at the end of that. So I became Watty ESO. However, what I didn't realise or didn't consider was the fact that after Elder Scrolls Online came out and we played it and we realised it wasn't Skyrim multiplayer at all. It wasn't really like a Elder Scrolls game that we knew and loved from the single player side of things as the RPG. It was definitely more of a World of Warcraft MMO, and I didn't really like that. I'd played World of Warcraft for quite a long time, for several years, for about 5 years. From about 2011 on, I played World of Warcraft, and I played it with a lot of people I worked with at the time. We all played it. And once I stopped working for that company and working with those people, I kind of stopped playing World of Warcraft because I was a bit bored of it by that point. I'd leveled up several characters to the max level at the time. I didn't get into the whole dungeon running and raiding and stuff like that because I didn't like it. I didn't like playing with other players. And that comes back to the whole, I'm not really a multiplayer type person. I don't do a lot of multiplayer. Like I say, Farm Sim is the first game where I've really got into the multiplayer and playing with people. Because they seem to be most people that I've played with thus far have been quite nice. I haven't really encountered many bad eggs or bad seeds playing Farm Sim. But yeah, I ended up, after a couple of weeks following the launch of Elder Scrolls Online, I stopped playing the game. I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. Plus, Quest Gaming Network went through some issues with its management and the way it was run and operated. The guy who owned it, I think he had a couple of mental breakdowns at some point because he got rid of all the video content team, and that's kind of when I then set out on my own and started just doing my own Twitch and my own YouTube channel, really, and started just being for myself. But I kind of got stuck with that ESO in my name. I couldn't change my name at that point. But nowadays, I you know, if people just call me Watty, I'm happy. You know, you don't have to say the ESO bit at all. I'm quite happy. People just call me Watty. Although I don't like Watt. Mr. Kibberton calls me Watt. And it's like, I don't like Watt. It's like if I called him Mr. Kib. You know, if I called him Stephen Kib, he'd be like, my name's Kibberton. I'd be like, yeah, exactly. Your name's Kibberton. It's not Kib. My name's Watty. It's not Watt. Like if your name was Mr. Smith, if I just called you Mr. Smith and didn't add the f on the end, you would probably get annoyed with me. All right, Mr. Smith. Mr. Jones. All right, Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe. But one of the things I do often wonder as well is when you're on Twitch, certainly when I'm on Twitch and I'm streaming, I get followed by some people, and I wonder if and it's probably, I'm probably answering the question myself right now, actually. I wonder if they've created their username purely for the purpose of trying to make the streamer look silly when they say it on stream. You know, they use, you know, they do the old Simpsons name trick, you know. You know, like the Bart Simpson name gag. They cleverly word their name so that you don't notice it, but then the minute you read it out loud on the stream, everybody laughs. You know, it's like somebody follows you called Amanda. Hug and kiss. And you're like, oh, thank you for the follow, Amanda Hug and Kiss. You know, it's that kind of thing. So one of the things I do now, whenever I do get followed by someone when I'm live streaming, I don't just go straight into reading out the follow and that. I actually say the name a couple of times in my head to myself. And I run it through a couple of times just to make sure that there's nothing, you know, no kind of double meaning to what the person's name is. And they're not trying to, you know, have a laugh at my expense on the stream. I really didn't think this episode through very well, did I? Starting this stream at the time that I did, this video, it's going to be night time, which means we definitely ain't getting that field seeded tonight, which means the crops are going to be, that field's going to be all different growth stages. And somewhere down here there should be a fertilizer lime refill point. I do believe I put lime into. Although, thinking about it now, this thing's going to gobble up quite a lot of lime. How the two getting on anyway? Right, actually, they're not doing too bad. I mean, 280-metre seeders is not going to have a terrible time doing that field. I mean, that's 30, that's like one Tri-6 running around with that DB120 on the back. I'm only going to fill this up halfway. I'm not going to fill it full. Because A, I don't think I need that much lime to finish off that field. And plus, I don't really want to empty the refill bin a day after I've filled it up. I must get some more lime producing. Whenever I've got a quiet moment on here on the farm, I need to go get the water tanker and keep filling up the lime machine, keep generating some lime. There's nothing wrong with having too much lime in kicking about. I know people don't use it very often. Well, it depends really on how you play the game. I know in multiplayer, I tend to insist that we lime spread the fields every harvest every year. And we plough after every harvest, even if the fields don't actually show on the field statusy type screeny thing that they need to be ploughed. I kind of insist on it being done. So what I might do is I'm going to finish this field quickly. What I'll probably do is I'll probably pause the recording at this point and bring you guys back in the daytime, in the morning, because I don't want you to sit here through another 15 minutes of me driving in the dark. And hope at the same time, I don't want to go and fast forward time now because it's going to mess up that field that the seeders are working on. So I will pause the video briefly, and I'm going to bring you back when it's daytime. Welcome back, everybody. It is morning on day 3 of spring in year 2. I have finished my seeding for the evening. I did get the corn planted. It hasn't germinated because, of course, the temperature was actually too low yesterday for corn when I was planting. I didn't check that. I messed up. Yet again, got to pay attention to those temperatures. So we're probably going to, depending on the temperature, it is mid-spring. It's 12 degrees. How are the animals doing? We will go round and quickly tend to a lot of them. I was trying to prepare some more hay as well last night off of camera. But my little bale shredder building got full. Quickly empty those. Because I noticed my grass dryer could do with some more hay put in it, grass putting in it when I was filling up my machine. Last night over here. We will remember to water the sheep. Water the pigs as we go past them. We'll probably have to give the pigs some pig food today. That in a few moments. Chickens are okay for food. I did feed them last night, actually. This thing is nice and full. So obviously what the plan will be, we want to get field 22, this field here, harvested, seeded, sorry. And that'll be a cornfield as well this year, I do believe. Plenty of hay. We've got quite a bit of pig food in here, actually. So, won't need to fill that up yet, but I will be able to feed this to the pigs. Keeps our little bacon and sausage machines working for us. How's the cows doing? Large cow pasture. Yeah, they need some TMR. Right. Have a trailer. Do not have a tractor attached to it, so this bad boy. Hot over there. Pinpoint. All that much. What we don't use, we'll tip back in. Hopefully not be making this. They didn't actually need it that much at all. I suppose because I don't have that many cows in there, in all fairness. In all fairness, we don't have that many cows. What I'll do is I'll fill this up with grass and then we'll fill up the hay machine. Grass field's doing anyway, they're still growing. So we've got 94,000 litres of loose straw in there, and obviously 411,000 litres of grass. So it's very important and critical that we keep producing the grass bales. Although I am having a bit of a think about restructuring some of my bale systems over there. I might just do actually in this episode before I get carried away doing too much other stuff, because obviously it's a bit early. I'll probably start the next seeding process, which will be, as I say, Field 22 in the next video. We'll probably do that in the next video. Main thing was we got this one done today. We'll also be heading up, obviously, here to seed these two fields, which Based on the crops I'm currently growing, we're gonna have to be soybeans, you know. Unless I acquire another field, which I can't afford. Thinking possibly soybeans. I mean, originally I wanted to do. I won't lie. I wanted to do cotton. I wanted to do cotton on these two fields, but I realise I haven't got any soybeans planted this year. That'd be a bit of a problem. How are we doing on the old silage machine, by the way? 397,000 litres of silage in the silage machine. Move it, some of it. One trailer load of silage. We'll do a trailer load of hay. Admittedly, that's going to be difficult now because I've parked that tractor right where I want it to be. I do that a lot, you know. I think to myself, oh, I'll just park this here because it won't be in the way. 2 seconds later, it's in the way. Put it over here somewhere where it'll probably be in the way. Only got 94,000 litres of straw in here. Okay. One of the things I wanted to check was in my mods. Did I put in the? I did. I've got the bale storage stacky things. Right, that could come in very handy then. What I'm thinking of doing. Sell those two off. There's a reason for my madness, which you'll see in a few moments. Now Chances of me doing silage bales is slim. Although not completely out of the question. That one's fully turbocharged. Down here for a minute, so he's kind of out of the way. Obviously we've got our new baler ready for the new year, but he's kind of not needed at the minute. The high density baler. Right. You'll notice log issue there. This area is now clear. What are we going to put here? Well, we've got the original Stevie sheds back. I do need to move the truck though, if I'm going to place that in this area. I don't like their sheds, they're a bit bland looking to me. I do like Stevie's shed. Stevie's shed is very nice. Stevie shed. Oh. See that? I got stuck in the shed. I've got room to come and unload me bales. I can drive around the shed. It has lights in it, but I don't think they're on a light switch. I don't think I can manually switch the lights on and off. I've got room now to store some vehicles and tools and implements in here. Plus, what I can also do, you may have seen this if you've been watching my other series. If I was to do silage bales, I've got room to store One of them down there. Like so. To do silage bales, we're all taken care of. May even get rid of these ones. I know the global company ones are nice and all. I could have another shed, and I could put the grass storage and the straw storage in that. And the reason for that being, these only hold so much. So many bales, and the bales they dispense are only going to be standard 4,000 litre bales, whereas with the with these particular bale storage thingies, what happens is they actually remember the exact fill amount of the bale that you put into it. So if I'm using the variable bale mod and I make, say, a 10,000 litre bale, it will store a 10,000 litre bale as one of the objects. Now, it holds 168 bales. So, you know, depending on what size bales you're making, that stores a lot of bales. Probably more economic than these ones, I will be quite honest to say. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably empty these. I'll get another shed like this. So I'll have two sheds here. And I'll probably put the two lots of the straw storage down one side of the shed, two lots of the grass down the other side. And then I can store like a lot a lot of bales. Anyway, that is it for today's episode of Fenton Forest. We've done the seeding, we've got the field over here cultivated, not cultivated, we've got it limed, we've got it fertilised. I should probably think about getting that planted actually. It is now warm enough to do sugarcane, and it's also fine to do poplar. So what I will do in the next episode, we're going to get sugarcane on field 24 here. I'll get poplar put on this field here, so we're going to have a poplar harvest to do. We'll get the corn. We'll start thinking about getting the corn planted on here. We'll probably use the two guys from over here. With potentially also the guy over here. I might drive that, or what I might do is I might set up course play to do a free vehicle course of this field. Have one of these guys driving on the left hand lane, have the other guy driving on the right hand lane, and then me in the other tractor driving down the middle. How does that sound for a plan? And then we can move up here. Two lots of soybeans planted, ready for this year, coming year's harvest. And that'll be all done and great. Cotton will have to wait then till year 3, sadly. But we will get cotton done on this map, I promise you. Seeing as I can plant cotton, can't I? Yes, when it's 16 degrees, I can plant cotton. Woohoo! So thank you everybody for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, please go ahead, click that like button for me. Also, if you're not doing so already, please subscribe to the channel. That way you get to stay notified and informed whenever I upload new content. And if you feel so inclined, please feel free to share this video wherever you see fit, with whomever you see fit. I've been C1ESO. You've been wonderful viewers and audience as ever. goodbye for now.